Check, check, 1, 2, 3. All right. My name is Captain Caleb Eames, and I am part of a team of Marines from the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit that was sent to mainland Japan to help after the Great East Japan earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear disaster in March of 2011.
Okay. Do you remember where you were when you heard about the tsunami/earthquake, and what happened after that?
I was actually aboard the USS Harper's Ferry off the coast of Indonesia, and we were getting ready to do a disaster relief exercise, with the scenario being a big tsunami. We were 1 day away from launching the mission when we got news on the ship that the disaster had happened. And a few short hours later, our ships were headed north at full speed to Japan to go help our friends and allies.
How did you get to the disaster area?
We were aboard the USS Harper's Ferry as part of the 31st MU, and we steamed at full speed north towards Japan, first arriving on the western coast and then moving around to the eastern coast, where we first went ashore on Oshima Island on March 27th, 2011.
Okay, was there any transportation after you got onto the island?
No, the island was the disaster site there, so, yep.
Can you believe it's already been 5 years?
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's actually been 5 years since the disaster. Part of me feels like it's been a very short amount of time, but the other part of me feels it's been a quite long period of time. The disaster was so great, everybody knew it would take a tremendous amount of time to recover, but through the strength and the resilience of the Japanese people and the assistance offered from around the world, to include the U.S. Marines, they're able to get back up on their feet, and they're well on their way to recovery.
Have you been back?
I've been back about 5 times to Oshima, where we initially helped in March of 2011, both to see our friends as part of a personal relationship, and also officially as part of cooperative visits between the Marine Corps and the people of Oshima. That's all right, Ike, no problem. Let me do that again, man. You good, man? Okay. I've been back to the island of Oshima about 5 times since the disaster, both through official visits between the Marine Corps and the government officials there on the island, and also personally to visit friends that I made during the disaster and to help out with the recovery efforts as much as I can.
And what are your thoughts on how it is now?
The Japanese people have come a tremendous way in their recovery. In a short 5 years, they have cleared almost all of the debris, and construction is well underway in parts that are being reconstructed and fixed. Some of the areas that were most severely damaged are still empty, so there's still a reminder of the disaster, but the strength that the Japanese people has shown through as they're well on their way to recovery.
Anything else?
Yes. It was a tremendous privilege and honor to be part of the recovery mission. Although the Marines were sent there to help, really we gained friends from the people who were affected, and the people from Oshima are my heroes for their long suffering and for the resiliency and for their spirit of hope that shone through in the disaster. Let me say that again. It was a privilege and an honor to be part of the recovery mission to Japan, to assist our allies and our friends. Really, the people of Japan, and specifically the people of Oshima Island, are my real heroes. The truest heroes to me for their resiliency and their spirit of hope that shone through even in the worst of times. They picked themselves up and began the long process of recovery with a fantastic attitude.
All right. Thank you, sir.